Hey everyone, it's Adam from IMAMUSICMOGUL in for Output, and today I'm going to show you how you can take a drum loop, convert it to MIDI, and sort of work with that pattern with your own samples. Sometimes as a songwriter or musician, you don't really produce beats yourself, but you need a backing track of drums to kind of help you get through your writing process. So here's how you take those drums that you originally work with and convert it to something that can be more original to yourself and to your track. So right here, I got a drum loop that I've been working with while writing a track. So I like to use that maybe as a backing track while I write some songs. But let's say I'm ready to go ahead and change this pattern with my own samples and incorporate my own sounds and feel to that pattern. So what I'm going to do right here is control click on that pattern. And I'm going to go to convert drums to new MIDI track. So what Ableton will do, will kind of determine where all the transients are, what instrument is what, and place that in a MIDI file format. So right here, here's how it sounds. Let's go ahead and mute the original drum loop and go ahead and play over here. So it kind of separated the percussions, which in this case it associated with a hi-hat. It separated the snares and it separated the kicks. So right there, we took a audio drum loop and converted it to a MIDI drum loop. And now we can go ahead and add in our own sounds because we wanted to make it feel like our own pattern. So let's go ahead and just bring in some unique samples right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this drum track right over here. And here is our drum rack. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this kick with a custom kick or a kick from my sample library. So let's go to drums, let's choose a kick. Okay, that kind of kick sounds cool. All right, let's go ahead and change the clap. All right, let's go ahead and change that hi-hat. Now I know which one to drag it on because you see the play symbol light up as the samples get hit. So you got to make sure you're dragging the samples onto the right square. So right here is the hi-hat closed. Let's bring in another hat here. All right, so that sounds kind of cool. Let's say we could go ahead and maybe switch up that hi-hat for a shaker. Maybe we don't like that kick. We can go ahead and change that as well. So right there, we took that original drum loop over here, converted it to MIDI and made it sort of sound like our own and unique to us. Another cool thing that you could do, you don't actually have to follow the kick, the snare, the hi-hat exactly the way this drum pattern kind of determined it to be. So if we go ahead and duplicate this track over here, so that duplicated that drum pattern for me over here. What I'm going to do is convert this drum track to a sampler instrument with just one sample, and you're going to hear a cool effect that happens. Let's go ahead and open up this OVO kit over here, and actually let's bring in a percussion. If I go ahead and double click this, it's going to replace this drum rack, and now we get something like this. So it follows that same pattern, but using just one sample. And if we kind of layer that out with our original drum track, you can see that we're starting to convert that original loop into something really cool, creative, and unique to yourself. Now, of course, we can go in and open up this MIDI pattern and change everything that we need to. So if let's say we want to move maybe this group of hi-hats, we can. It's completely customizable to you. Also, another cool thing about this is that it actually kind of dictates and sort of guesses how the velocity of each sample is played. So if you don't like how it's played right here, or it's too quiet at some of the parts, you can just go ahead and select that and just adjust your velocity just like that. So that's how you extract drum patterns and grooves from drum loops that you may use when you're in your songwriting process. After you're ready to start making out that beat and you like that pattern, simply extract it in Live and go ahead and add in your own spices. Enjoy.